Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a book called Colorful Leaves. And look at the beautiful picture on the front. That's a photograph. And when we see photographs, sometimes we think maybe this is a nonfiction book. It might be about real things and have true facts in it. And this book does. Nonfiction books. We've been talking about them, we've been reading some, and this one is going to be a fun book. Some of the things you know are that when you have nonfiction, it's real. It's not made up like a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't have problems and solutions, it just has facts. And sometimes facts are fascinating. So, with this book, we're going to look at the title, and the title is Colorful Leaves. And the topic, well, it's going to be about leaves. Doesn't leave anything to be hidden here. It tells you exactly what it's going to tell you about. So let's look at this book and see the differences that we might find in a nonfiction book. Wow, another picture of beautiful leaves. And what is this? A table of contents. So in nonfiction books, a lot of times you will find chapters. And in these chapters, it will have a subtopic or something that it's going to tell you just about that, about leaves. The whole book is about leaves, but chapter 1 is about leaf shapes. Chapter 2 is about what leaves do. And chapter 3 is a leaf's life. So leaves, just like other plants and animals, have a life. And you can read about that in chapter 3. So each one of these is going to give you facts. And you can read them in the order that you want. Most of the time, this is the best way to read them, though. So let's look. Chapter 1, Leaf Shapes. Wow, there's some pretty leaves there. Can you guess which of these pictures shows leaves? All of them do. Leaves come in many shapes and sizes. So look at that. We've got the fern and the pine tree. It's like a Christmas tree. And then we have grass. Who knew that the grass, the blade of grass, is actually a leaf? Didn't know that. That's a good fact to know. Now, an oak tree can have more than 1,000,000 leaves. 1,000,000 all on one tree. Think about that. And this says, fun fact. So that's a nice little text feature to have in there to give us a fun fact as we read. A leaf is a part of a plant. Trees are plants. Different kinds of trees have different types of leaves. Oh, here's another fun fact for us. Ginkgo trees grew on Earth long, long ago. Dinosaurs ate the ginkgo leaves from trees. And look, that kind of looks like one of those fans that you would use to fan yourself. Ooh, look at the other ones. So we have a ginkgo. We have a white willow and a sweet gum tree. We have sweet gum trees at school. Some trees have leaves that look like stars. Some trees have leaves that look like feathers. Some trees have leaves that look like fans. Some trees have leaves that look like hearts. See that heart there? What other leaf shapes do you see? What do you think? You know, I think this looks like one of those snow angels you see when you lay down in the snow and wave your arms. Ooh, this sassafras leaf looks like a paw print. Ooh, maybe a dog or a raccoon. And then this holly leaf, boy, that looks sticky to me. Look at all those pointy sticks. So these are all real pictures, and they have nice labels to tell you what tree they came from. I don't see that in fiction books. I don't see labels, and I just see usually just a story and pictures about the story. Oh, we're on chapter 2. Chapter 2, what do leaves do? Leaves can also be food for bugs. Ooh, so bugs eat them? What kind of leaves might we eat? Let's think about that. Maybe lettuce? We eat lettuce leaves. Leaves have an important job. They make food for the tree. Trees need this food to grow. Wow, they make food for trees and for other things. Leaves use energy from the sun to turn water and air into food. Tiny holes in the leaves let in air they need to make food. So these are facts. This isn't somebody says, I think maybe that happens. No, this is real. This is true. Even though they're so tiny we can't see them, there are little holes in those leaves. Ooh, look at this great big tree. When leaves use sunlight to turn water and air into food, it is called, oh, look, they even tell us how to say this giant word, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. That is really cool. That's a job that we can't do, but these leaves can do it. That's an amazing thing. Leaves are really interesting. They're more than just color. Healthy trees like this one can live for hundreds of years. Leaves get the water they need from the soil. Rain falls on the ground. The tree's roots soak up the water. This thin tube inside leaves are called veins. Veins carry water and food. So they show us a picture of the dark veins that carry water and food to the rest of the plant. Now they're showing us a drawing of roots. Roots grow underground. They look like this. Tiny tubes inside the tree carry water to the leaves. These tubes also carry the food leaves make to all parts of the tree. So they go two ways. They take the water up and the food down to the rest of the tree. Here's our another chapter. A leaf's life. Leaves get that deep green color from something called chlorophyll. Oh, there, they told us how to say that word again, because that's a big science word, chlorophyll. That's the green in the leaves. I love the way they put these facts like this. I don't see that in fiction books. Summer days are long and bright. There's plenty of sunlight to help the leaves make food. When fall comes, the weather changes, and the leaves change too. They turn red and yellow and orange. Then they start to fall from the tree. Fall leaves turn bright colors like this. See how it's turning orange up here and yellow? The leaf's green chlorophyll slowly goes away, and now the colors show. So that green chlorophyll goes away, and we start to see all these other wonderful colors. In winter, buds cover the tree's branches. The buds hold tiny folded leaves. Winter is here. It's time for the tree to rest. The tree does not need much food now, so it does not miss its leaves. So it's resting during the winter when it's cold. Oh, when spring comes, the tree will need more food so it can grow. How will it get its food? It will grow lots and lots of new green leaves to make food. And look, there's a bud. In the spring, new leaves uncurl from the buds. So those are the little bumps you see on tree limbs. In the spring, they open up. Now, here is another thing that I see in a nonfiction book. It's a glossary. A glossary tells you all about the words that you might not know about. Buds, part of a tree that will turn into leaves. Chlorophyll, again, it tells us how to say that word. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what makes leaves green. Photosynthesis. When the tree takes air, water, and sunlight and makes food. Roots take in the water from the soil and feed the tree with water. They don't really feed the tree, though. They just give it a nice drink. And then we have veins. Veins are the tiny tubes that take the water from the roots up the tree and bring the food from the leaves down. So let's look real quick. What did we see in our nonfiction book that tells us this is nonfiction? Let's make a quick look. Did our book, we had colorful leaves. The topic, what it was about leaves, just like the title told us. And now we have facts. One fact it said is leaves have different shapes. Who can name a shape? You're right, a star shape. One that looks like a heart. We've got lots of trees that have that type of leaf at school. Oh, leaves change color in the fall. Is that true? Yeah, it's a fact. We can look outside now and see our leaves starting to change color. And then, the biggest fact of all, leaves make food. It's the only thing that can make food. We can cook food. We can make a sandwich out of food. But leaves are the only thing that can actually make food. So all of these things put together tell us our book, Colorful Leaves, was nonfiction. I hope you enjoyed it. There's lots of nonfiction books that you can get. You can get books on animals. You can get books on seasons. You can get books on people or on places, and they're all nonfiction. So you know that it's true facts. I hope you enjoyed our read aloud. I'll talk to you later.